Question everything, for the truth should not be televised. And that's for sure. So with that, we got Puffy, P. Diddy, Mr. Love Jones. Man, this brother is going down, man. He's going down. I got no skin in the game when it comes to this. You know how I feel about the wealthy and the rich, man. Especially our brothers and sisters as Aboriginal Negroes of America when it comes to being wealthy and rich. If you ain't helping our nation build economic growth and economic stability, then I ain't for you from nowhere. Because with great resources come great responsibility. You know what I mean? That's just the reality to it. With great wealth come great responsibility, especially when it comes to your nation. You know what I mean? What's the use of being a leader? What's the use of being a pioneer of your nation if you ain't going to be for your nation to be as great as it can possibly be, especially if your nation is trapped in ghettos, slums, and hoods. There's nowhere in the world I'm going to be a billionaire and I'm not giving back in the form of economic growth and stability through businesses back to my communities and to my nation of people in order for my people and my nation to build themselves up. I like to see our communities thrive and be beautiful. And the only way I'm going to do that is by being a part of it as a billionaire, as a wealthy person. And to see these brothers and sisters that got this wealth and made it to a level of success as people a part of our nation and not actually taking part in helping our nation, it's just a sad tragedy, because at the end of the day, what's the use of building your nation of people up individually if it ain't going to help collectively? You know what I mean? It's like, what's the reason for that? Then there's no need for Negroes to have no land or have no government of their own, because the government ain't going to do shit for the people. How do that work? If you know what I mean? That don't make sense. Just imagine if white folks did that to themselves, came and invaded and took all this land and did all these Holocaust and atrocities that they did to our Aboriginal forefathers, and then turned around and didn't give the resources to each other, didn't give out free land to each other in order for them to become stabilized in their communities the way they are under a great resource and economic growth. That wouldn't make sense if they didn't do that. That's why Martin Luther King said they was giving out land all throughout the Midwest and West to their white peasants. Yeah, I mean, that was coming from Europe. That was his words, not mine. So with that stated, once you start to get great resources and great wealth, you got to give back to your own people in order for more of them to be able to become wealthy and rich. Because the more they're doing good, the better your communities is doing good. The better it is for your people. The better it is for your nation. The better it is for your children. The better it is for your family, because everybody start doing better. Thus, it makes it less dangerous, less chaotic, less impoverished, and so on. And that's the basis of economic growth. And this is why we call for reparations in the form of money and land. So when it comes to people like Puffy, and him going down for the different so-called atrocities that they saying he had took place in and have done, just like Cassie has said, it's like, yo, I don't really let that brother get what he going to get. You know what I mean? Because if that's what you got your money for to do and treat people like that and do people like that, then you need to be dealt with the way you need to be dealt with. If they're going to put you wherever they're going to put you at, up under the prison, then so be it. If they're going to put you in the fad joint for 2,000 years, let it be what it is. Because at the end of the day, with great resources and with great wealth come great responsibility. And if that's what you chose to do, then you got to deal with what you put out. Same thing when it comes to R. Kelly or any person that get put in a position where they have this type of influence over the people, and what they do is abuse and demonize and hurt and do wrong to the people. They deserve to be brought to justice by the fullest of the law, But this is that reality, you know what I mean? We deal with the same problem every single day as Aboriginal Negroes of America when it comes to crimes against humanity that has been done to us by this system. And they won't bring themselves to justice from nowhere. in the form of reparative justice for our people. So all this stuff ties into the same thing, man. I'm not going to never veer away from the real reality of truth. And that's healing our people, helping our people, reforming our people in the form of bringing them back to a better place, what we call and what we know as to be separation in the form of liberation, so we can build our nation. That's the only way to do it, and we don't need people that's doing sick, twisted, weird, bugged out things to the people coming with us. That's just that reality. And for him to fall, victim to his own demise of what he been putting out, that's on him, man. There ain't no tears. For what? They put these people into fame and into fortune, and people like Malcolm X and people that really try to go to bat for our people get pushed off the planet, man. So I don't feel no gripe with that. Is mansions getting raided? So what? Let it be raided. What else is going on? What else is new? You know what I mean? Because if he was doing all these things, how many people is tied to it? Why we just keep getting this isolated incident of arrest instead of the people that's also down with him behind the scenes? What happened to Jeffrey Epstein Island and all the people that was a part of that? Why it keep being isolated? What is really going on with the feds when it comes to chasing these people down? Oh yeah, but I digress, because at the end of the day, the feds ain't as just as they show. Because when you look at the history of the feds and them dealing with us as a people, as Aboriginal Negroes, their hands get dirty just as much as any other CIA or any other part of this government. You know what I mean? These people ain't righteous, so I can understand why, it's always an isolated incident when all these people's hands is tied, Puffy hands is tied, Epstein hands is tied to many other wealthy people that, they call it, who have power. People that are the influencers of bills and laws and ledgers and so on, they rub hands and noses with. So you can't just investigate, because if you investigate all the different types of people that was coming to the island, all the different types of people that Puffy is connected with, that might lead you to some people that supposed to not be talked about. So let's keep it isolated all the time. Really, guys? This is that reality, though. This is that reality. So now what we gonna do the movie, the video, Surviving Puffy? Huh? That's what it is? Just imagine what was going on a private island that you can't get off. Surviving Epstein. And whoever else that was connected to him, all the clients. Ain't that's the word? Clients. That would be a part of what we call dealing in the so-called human trafficking, of what they were saying. What about the clients that took part in that? That money. Oh, it's too ugly to talk about, huh? The others that's behind the scenes, huh? Those people that might just be the influencers, the intelligent people that runs and controls everything, who's leading us into the future. They might just be dirty, huh? Real dirty. So we got to keep it isolated to Puffy, R. Kelly, and people that look like me. But, you got people like, what's his name, Nate McMahon and stuff like that. They don't talk about that too much, huh? And what he was doing, allegedly defecating on people's face and stuff like that, allegedly. You know what I mean? What's up with that? Or the CEO dude from the UFC, I can't think of his name right now, who was in the bar doing all sorts of stuff allegedly to his wife in front of everybody, But we don't talk about all these people, because with great power also come great corruption. No joke, no doubt. You know what I mean? Let's just deal with the reality to that, you know what I mean? Because this is what it is. But see, they keep selling us these isolated incidents with this individual dude, Miami home. Did you see how big it was? Or his Los Angeles home? You see how big it is? See how these people are living? You think it's just isolated to them? You think he was just the only one involved in what he was doing? Or did he have a whole lot of friends and a whole lot of people he rubbed elbows with that was down and knew exactly what was going on and took part in what he was doing? Yeah, no doubt. And you think they was all Negroes? You think they wasn't white folks as well? Huh? And many probably other nations as well? You know what I mean? Let's just be real, y'all. Let's be real, man. Keep chasing down the lonely road guy by himself. You know what I mean? Like he's by himself. Man, Puffy with others. Just like R. Kelly was with others. You know what I mean? And it goes on. Epstein was with others. You know what I mean? These people ain't isolated to themselves. Let's just be real. But hey, this is that reality they're going to keep selling you. I tell you all the time, anybody that's doing any crime like this on these levels, don't they supposed to get brought to the fullest of the law? We keep chasing down the little guys on the streets all the time. Got the communities of Aboriginal Negroes, ghetto slums, and hood flooded with all sorts of cops. You know what I mean? For the little guys that's sitting on street corners. But what about all these big wigs that's sitting around with billions and millions of dollars that's doing all sorts of crime on their own islands and in their own big boy mansions with land that they own everywhere? Huh? What about all them that's doing all the crime? Oh, they got the money to shut you up, huh? They got the money to quiet that up. You know what I mean? And that go for all levels of law, huh? And then it just poof, vanish. This is appear what they was doing, huh? Until it gets too heinous and too out of hand and too much into the public eye and you can't hush it up no more. Then all of a sudden, we got to go after him. Well, that's where we at right now with Puffy. Go figure, huh? But at the end of the day, that's just me talking. And I don't know. And I don't understand. But that is the question. You let me know. Peace, peace.